Hello everyone, this is Chemdork and welcome to another Minecraft video. This video is going to be the first in a series I'd like to start that I'm calling the Science of Minecraft. So each of these episodes will take one particular aspect of Minecraft and we'll discuss it in pretty good detail. In this first episode we'll be discussing water in Minecraft, something that appears everywhere in the game and is useful in a number of different ways. I'll be discussing mostly the fundamentals of using water and how it works in Minecraft, and we'll be saving something like creating a monster trap with water, water elevators, water ladders, and all those other specialized concepts for a later episode. This episode will be two parts, so this is the first part where we're talking about general principles and how water flows. The second part of the episode will be discussing how to make an infinite spring, and some advanced concepts that deal with water, and also just touch upon lava as well. So, but before I get into that, I'm going to talk about two different things. First of all, this new texture pack that I have. It looks pretty cool, right? This is the same texture pack that we use on Infrared's server. His YouTube channel, InfraZoom, I'll post a link to his channel in the description of this video. Infrared has been nice enough to let me join his server and build some awesome things there. They're a great bunch of people, and again, I thank them for letting me join, and it's been an awesome time playing with them. So the second thing I'd like to talk about, though, is that I have a new Minecraft skin. So I downloaded this Scientist skin from the Skin Dex, and I thought this was appropriate for the Science of Minecraft series, as it is a scientist. It's also appropriate for myself because well, I'm a scientist. Yep. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, when dealing with water, the first thing you'll need is the most important tool with water is a bucket. So you get yourself some iron, and to make a bucket, you just draw a V pattern, as you see here, and you have a bucket. I'm going to make two of them just for fun, just so we have an extra one. We have some extra buckets of water as well. So, water buckets can be for water or for lava, and what we'll do is we'll make... It's easy enough to make... Whoops, there you go. To make a little pool of water, all you need is one block deep, a bucket full of water, and right-click and you have a pool of water. Water exists in two different forms in Minecraft. One is flowing forms, so you'll see waterfalls and rivers and streams in Minecraft, and then you'll see lakes and ponds and oceans. Most of the water you see in Minecraft is this stationary water. The stationary water is called a spring block of water, or a source block of water. There is, however, another type of block of water, and I'll stay over here to show you the two different types of water. So there's these source blocks of water, and so I'll mark that right here with the wool. And if we dig next to it, we've probably seen this before, when you dig next to it, it causes this water, this stationary water, now to flow to fill that void. The different block of water over on the right here, though, this is not a source block. A source block is a block of water that we can place with a bucket and we can pick up with a bucket, and serves as a source of water, which makes sense. You see the water is flowing into this second block, and this second block was created from the source block. We didn't put this down. This block I cannot pick up, so I'm right-clicking with the bucket, but I cannot pick up this block of water. I don't know what people call these. I think they're called flowing blocks of water. That's what I call them, and so that's what I'll be calling them in this episode and thereafter. So we have one source block, and you notice this source block now does not look like it's stationary anymore, but we can pick it up and put it down just the same. Now there are two different ways of getting rid of water in your world. You can either pick it up and put with a bucket, or you can place a block to get rid of it. You see placing a block gets rid of the flowing block. It also gets rid of this block, this source block of water, and that leaves this block empty. And if we get rid of the dirt, the water is just basically vanished. So let's get our water back. So, I dug a hole here and showed you this little this flowing block of water. So that's a very fundamental concept, very simple. Now, as we move on to a flowing mass of water, where it's composed of just about all flowing blocks, in this case, every one of these blocks is a flowing block of water in appearance. However, for every bunch of water, there's at least one source block. And in this case, I know where the source block is, because I placed it right here. But for flowing masses such as this, a little waterfall and such, know that water in Minecraft flows downhill. It is affected by gravity in Minecraft, loosely, at least, so you'll be able to follow the flow backwards to the source point. And so we know that this is the source block because the water is flowing out of this block and nothing is flowing to it. We can also confirm that because if we pick it up, it fills a bucket and the other blocks go away. This also illustrates the principle that flowing blocks, which are created from source blocks, have a limited lifetime in Minecraft. They aren't there forever. They're only there as long as the source block is there. So if you are in a cave or in a cavern, you can always take a block of dirt that you have maybe, find the source block, and just plug it up, and that will get rid of the water and allow you to pass if it's blocking your way. So it's just a little trick that I'm sure you probably have known up until now. If not, then there's a little trick. So let's talk a little bit about how water flows. I think I'm going to need another shovel, so let me just get a new one. Oops. There we go. Okay, so we'll dig a hole again, fill it with water, just like before. And now let's see how far water can flow. So in the previous example, we dug a block right next to it, and the source block was able to fill that with water. If you notice, though, it's not quite full. So if we follow this top line level of the water, you see it's up here. And in the second source block, it dips down a bit. And if we dig a third, a fourth, a fifth, etc., we'll see this level dip down a little bit because in Minecraft there is a finite amount of water. This was introduced, I think, way in the alpha version of Minecraft. So let's see how many blocks a source block, how many flowing blocks of water one source block can create on a flat surface like this. So let's just dig and find out. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so after 7 flowing blocks, the 7th flowing block is the last block that this one source block can create. And this is another rule in Minecraft that every source block can only create a maximum of 7 flowing blocks on a flat surface. Another thing that we might want to look at is, so what happens to the number of blocks that are created if the path curves? I know. So what happens if we put a source block right here? How many blocks are created? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's still 7 flowing blocks are created even though there is a corner here. So corners still preserve this 7 block rule. And now before it gets too dark, I think there is, I'll just place a lot of torches around everywhere. Oop, and I need some more water. Well, okay, so I'll be right back here, and it'll be daytime, and we'll be able to talk about this a little more. So bear with me. Okay, I'm back, and I have some water here. So we see water flows on a flat surface, a maximum number of 7 blocks in any direction. We'll grab that source block, and we'll go over here. So up here I have some water already placed and flowing. So there's the one source block up at the top, and it created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flowing blocks, and then stops, as we expect. Now there's a drop-off right here. Let's see what happens when we take away this block. Water should flow downhill. And in fact we see it flows down, and then creates more flowing blocks from this. So it looks like how many more blocks of flowing water were created horizontally? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more blocks were created. So does this mean that this block right here is another source block? Well, let's get an empty bucket and test that out. If I right-click, though, I cannot pick up any of this water. So all of this water is a flowing block of water. This illustrates another principle in Minecraft where a source block of water can create more than 7 blocks, as long as one of those blocks at least falls down. Because when the water falls down at least 1 block, it can be more than 1 block. The counter for how many flowing blocks are created is essentially reset. So it fell down and then reset the counter, and now it can create 7 more if it needs to. And in fact, this can continue, so if we dig down here, we can create more water. 4. Oop, there's 7. And let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks of water more were created. What about if the path for falling down was right here? What does that do to the water flow? Let's actually reset by taking that, digging down, and digging over here. Now let's see. What does that do to the water flow? Again, it doesn't do anything really at this point, because it still flows horizontally this way. Let's see what happens when we place a block there. Get rid of the entire water flow, and basically reset the whole water flow. Because you don't want interference from previous streams. So this actually only travels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at that level, then falls down, and flows an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it actually still obeys that 7 block flowing rule. And so these are some rules to know. These flowing streams are a good way of transporting item blocks that enemies might drop or that might fall from a cactus farm, for example, down to your pressure plate or other place of collection, such as right over there and here. This is how they're used in more advanced structures that are built with water. There's some other advanced things you can do with water and not so advanced things. In the next part of this episode, I'll be talking about how to create an infinite spring and using advanced techniques in water, in moving around water, using things such as signs and ladders and pressure plates. So stay with me and see you in the next vid.